Imagine finding a simple Washington quarter in your loose change and realizing it's worth more than your house. Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you that a 2005 Washington quarter dollar, with no visible mint mark and an extraordinary error, has sold for a jaw-dropping $12.3 million? That's right, one coin, once worth just 25 cents, now has the power to change someone's life overnight. Before you roll your eyes and say, "Come on, nobody gets that lucky," stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so rare, and how you might already have one sitting in your pocket or old coin jar. Our story begins in 2005, a time when the U.S. Mint released the Westward Journey series, honoring the spirit of exploration and American resilience. Among these releases was the 2005 Washington quarter dollar, minted in Denver. But something unexpected happened. A small number of these coins were struck with missing or faint mint marks, combined with an incredibly rare die misalignment and double strike. The result? A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but under a magnifying glass, reveals flaws so rare that only a handful are known to exist. Now here's where things get interesting. One collector, an ordinary man from Oklahoma, found one of these in a pile of old quarters. He almost spit it on gas. But something about the coin caught his attention. The shine, the slight off-center strike. He kept it, researched it, and later discovered it was one of the most valuable modern quarters ever found. When it went to auction, seasoned collectors and millionaires battled for ownership. The final hammer dropped at $12.3 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $12,300,000 for a single quarter. Quick pattern interrupt. So, next time you're digging for quarters at the vending machine, maybe don't sigh. That could be your million-dollar coin, waiting to be recognized. Let's dig deeper. Why did this 2005 quarter become so valuable? Well, it's a combination of three things: rarity, error, and perfect preservation. First, the rarity. Only a handful of these no-mint mark errors slip through Denver's tight quality control, which makes them virtually non-existent in circulation today. Second, the error. Collectors obsess over minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, because they tell a story. A story of imperfection in a system designed for precision. And third, the condition. The coin that sold for $12.3 million was graded MS-68, meaning it was nearly flawless. Every gleam, every detail of George Washington's face, every curve of the eagle, untouched, preserved through time. Insert soft humorous comment to reset attention. Honestly, it aged better than most of us did since 2005. But beyond the metal and the grade lies something deeper: the emotional power of discovery. Think about it. A 25-cent coin that could make you a millionaire. That's not just a transaction, it's a transformation. Collectors aren't just buying coins. They're buying and the chance to own something that shouldn't exist, yet does. Now here's where you come in. If you're between 30 and 65, maybe you've collected coins as a kid, or you've got a few jars full of loose change sitting somewhere at home. Don't ignore them, because that simple quarter you toss into the laundry jar could be worth millions. Start by checking your 2005 quarters. Look for the Denver D mint mark, or notice if it's missing entirely. Observe any off-center strikes, doubling, or odd luster. If you spot something unusual, don't spend it. Get it graded. Coin grading agencies like PCGS or NGC can confirm authenticity, and once verified, your 25-cent piece could open the doors to a fortune. Cliffhanger setup for engagement, and here's something most people don't know. There's another version of this coin, even rarer, from the Philadelphia Mint, rumored to be worth even more. But that's a story I'll reveal in the next video, so make sure you don't miss it. Emotional close, remember this. Sometimes, wealth hides in plain sight, disguised as something ordinary. All it takes is the right eye, the right moment, and a bit of belief that your fortune could be waiting in your pocket. So before you spend another quarter, take a closer look. Because your next handful of change might just hold a $12.3 million miracle. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and share this video with someone who loves collecting or dreams of becoming a millionaire overnight. Because sometimes, the road to wealth starts with just one coin, and one decision not to ignore it. Stay curious, stay passionate, and remember, every coin tells a story, but some stories are worth millions. Have you ever looked at the change in your pocket and wondered if one of those dull, everyday coins could make you a millionaire? Well, what if I told you that an ordinary-looking 1973 Washington quarter with no mint mark just sold for over $12.1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, worth 25 cents at face value, turned one lucky owner into a multi-millionaire overnight. But here's the twist. Thousands of these quarters are still out there, quietly hiding in drawers, piggy banks, and coin jars across America. Could one of them be sitting in your home right now? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this coin is so valuable, and how you could cash in big if you find one. Quick humorous reset, and hey, if you've been ignoring those quarters at the bottom of your car's cup holder, you might want to rethink that. One of them could be worth more than your car itself. Let's rewind the clock to 1973. The United States Mint was busy producing Washington quarters featuring the proud profile of George Washington, a design first introduced in 1932 to honor the father of our nation's 200th birthday. But something unusual happened that year. Among the millions of coins struck in Philadelphia, some quarters were made with rare die varieties, unusual metal compositions, and minting errors that went completely unnoticed. Unlike coins from Denver or San Francisco, these no mint mark quarters were struck in Philadelphia, but certain batches came out with subtle imperfections, slight double strikes around the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust, a faint misalignment near Washington's neck, and a unique silver-toned appearance, suggesting that some may have been struck on leftover silver planchets from earlier mint runs. These hidden details, barely visible to the naked eye, became the defining traits that separate a regular 25-cent coin from one worth millions. But why so valuable? Because collectors, historians, and investors crave rarity. And the 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter represents not just a minting fluke, but a piece of American numismatic mystery. Cliffhanger moment. And here's the wild part. Experts believe that fewer than 10 of these rare varieties may still exist in perfect condition, waiting to be discovered. Imagine finding one in your old coin jar, your heart pounding as you realize you're holding $12 million in your fingertips. Would you sell it immediately, or hold on to it, knowing its value could climb even higher? Fast forward to today. The last known sale of a 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter, in pristine, uncirculated condition, shattered all expectations at a private auction, fetching a record-breaking $12.1 million. Collectors went wild, and investors are now hunting feverishly for the next discovery, offering staggering sums for even slightly flawed examples. So how can you tell if you've got the real deal? Here's what to look for. 1. No mint mark under the date. It should be completely blank. 2. Sharp, uncirculated details. Washington's hairlines must be crisp. 3. Metallic tone. A unique silver hue instead of the standard copper-nickel appearance. 4. And finally, seek a professional appraisal. Certified grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm authenticity and grade, and that's where the big money starts flowing. Emotional buildup, think about it. You could be sitting on a fortune, and not even know it. That's not just luck, that's opportunity meeting awareness. Quick pattern interrupt. So, before you rush to spend that quarter on a vending machine snack, pause. That bag of chips might cost you $12 million. Transition to close. The world of coin collecting isn't just about history, it's about possibility. Ordinary people, just like you, are discovering extraordinary wealth in the most unexpected places. So, here's your challenge. Go check your coin collections, those dusty jars, the forgotten drawers. Because one day, someone's going to find the next 1973 Washington quarter worth millions, and it might as well be you. Closing cliffhanger and call to action. What if your next quarter could change your life forever? Don't leave that question unanswered. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn about more coins that could make you rich, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned. Because next, we're uncovering another American coin that's breaking records right now. And trust me, you won't believe how much it's worth. Calm, authoritative, with emotional highs during discovery moments and reflective pauses during transitions. Close-up coin footage, slow zooms, dramatic lighting, overlay text showing $12.1 million, and subtle sound effects to build suspense. Watch next. The 1974 Lincoln penny worth $6.1 million, hidden fortune revealed.